All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Newcastle, Indiana, site of the Newcastle Trojans, and they will be hosting the Marion basketball team here in non-conference basketball action here, as we are with my people here with NM Sports, the NM Sports Network, live coverage, and we have a high school varsity game going down tonight. Now, Newcastle was 1-0 on the season, and Marion is 1-0. So we shall see what happens here at home for the Trojans. In the last home game that Coach Cox and the Trojans had, they were victorious, albeit it was a foul fest late in that game. But they were led by Gavin Welch and Colin Taylor. Ethan Hinton also had a very nice game with Tyson Lewis and Clay Butler, some other guys really chipping in on the cause. So we're about 6 minutes away from tip-off here, and you got a couple of teams who are looking for another big win in Indiana High School Athletic Association basketball tonight. So we want to give a special thanks to our sponsor, Boar's Head. Without Boar's Head, we would not be able to do the live stream tonight. Looking for some type of collector's item or want to get into that field, go to Boar's Head to get more information. We appreciate Boar's Head for sponsoring our game tonight as we get ready for Trojan action here in the biggest field house in the world, something like that. Oh man, let's have some fun tonight. All right, we're back here, and one person we like to talk about here as we get ready for the game is Gavin Welch, the dynamic forward, was able to be a versatile force for this Newcastle Trojans team as he collected 23 points. He had 10 boards, 2 assists while shooting nearly 50% from the field. And, he was the unquestioned leader of the team. And he asserted himself early and often in that first game. They'll need that tonight, taking on this young Marion team who is led by the Navian Betts and Jamin Townsend as the senior guard for Marion. Was able to help them get a win in the first game. So we are just a few minutes from tip-off here. We'll be back in a short moment with the lineups and live coverage from nmsports.com. Make sure you go to mynmsports.com/network if you would like to watch this game live or in its entirety, right?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Newcastle High School for tonight's contest between the Marion Giants and the Newcastle Trojans. Before meeting tonight's starting lineups, if you please rise and remove your hats as we honor America. First, with the reciting of the Pledge of Allegiance. At this time, let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First for the visitors, the Giants of Marion High School. Starting at guard, a 5'7" senior, number 1, Donovan Betts. At forward, a 6'6" sophomore.
All right, welcome here to high school action, IHSA action here. We got the starting lineups. We got the Navy and Betts, Lucas Warner, Jamin Townsend, Tulsi Jackson, and Elijah Bledsoe rounding out the starting five. One senior with 3 sophomores and a junior. And Betts and Townsend are the key guys for this young squad.
Number 23, Marcel Cody. Number 30, Benjamin Pratt. Number 15, Deacon Andrew. Number 10, Gavin Brown. Number 13, Grant Brown. Number 24, Javen Hansen. Number 4, Jesse Contreras. Number 20, Kipton Boatwright. Number 5, Cooper Rodinghouse. Number 55, Maddox Finicky. And number 1,
youth Trojans being
coaches are
introduced
Spencer
tonight
Rodinghouse and Mark
before the game.
Boatwright Jr.
Their starting lineups. Vintage Chicago Bulls music. Let's get it. And here are the starting lineups for the Newcastle Trojans. Starting at guard, we got Ethan Hinton. The senior guard had a very good last game, and he's starting alongside Quentin Boatwright. And then the forwards, you got Gavin Welch with Tyson Lewis also out on the wing, and Caden Blackford rounding out the starting five. So this Newcastle team got a victory on the score the last time they played, so there's high expectations for this team. We'll see what they can do tonight here, facing a young Marion team as we get ready for Newcastle basketball. And Gavin Welch, he is the star player for this squad. And if he gets going early it could be a long night for the Marion Giants. And it's getting a little bit, we're getting Hollywood here, I see, as they turn the lights off and let them get real out here in the biggest field house in the world, Newcastle, Indiana, right? Welcome to NM Sports Basketball, live basketball coverage. I'm your host, Deon Cash, and flanked by a wonderful team. And the Newcastle Trojans in their home whites got Marion in their away gold. So, as Welch will be jumping, and they jump it up, and it is recovered by the Trojans. And already up to the basket, and there's a foul on the play as Ethan Hinton caught the ball on the wing and was in attack mode from the jump. And Hinton's going to go ahead and shoot two here, with the first foul being on Jackson. And he hits it. So he gets the scoring going. And the senior guard had a very good game last game, and he rattles the second one in, and now it's 2-0. And this game is up and rolling. Looking at this Marion team, young team with some talent, there's no question about it. They move the ball around, and the Navian Betts, the fire starter, he's the senior of the team, he's the leader. Expect him to get some things going. Latusi Jackson takes it out, hands it off to Betts. Betts throws it up top to Warner. Warner, he's a sophomore as well. And it's a wild shot. It's rebounded and then put up for three by Betts, and then rebounded again off the miss as Townsend, wearing number 2 tonight, gets another offensive rebound. No good. And after the fourth attempt, it is recovered by Hinton. So, as you can see, this Marion team is very aggressive. And they got a little bit of length out here as well. Hinton fakes to the basket. To the corner for three. In and out. Recovered. And nice save by the Spartans. And shots no good by Welch. Recovered by Marion. They go up, it's blocked. Then recovered again inside, and it's good. Latusi Jackson with the bucket, and he's got a motor, and he gets this Giants team on the board, 2-2. And we're off and rolling here. This Giants team is coached by James Blackman, and they were at the state 2016, so they have a nice tradition here. The mid-range is good by Tyson Lewis as he bangs the mid-range, and they gave him a 3 for that, so now it's 5-2. And they go right inside to the big man as Bledsoe puts it in, the junior big man, and now it's 5-4. They rotate the ball around. Welch loses it. Right to his buddy. He shoots a 3, and it's short by Lewis. And a bad pass by Betts on the fast break, but the Trojans cannot recover. And now it is the 3, and it's up, no good, recovered by Welch. He brings it up across half court, pulls up the 3, in and out, but it's tipped off the hands of Marion's. Looks like Bledsoe was the one that got a hand on it but not able to recover it, and so it will stay Trojans ball. They go inside to Hinton, he throws it back outside. And the ball is lost going to the basket, and that was good defense as Welch not able to finish on that play. 5-4, 5:07 to go here, first quarter action. And Townsend goes baseline as Jamin Townsend usually wears number 5, but he's wearing number 2 tonight. So we need to make sure that you make that adjustment. As Jamin Townsend, he's on your book as number 5. In your program is number 5, but tonight he's wearing number 2. And there's an air ball by Jackson, and it's recovered by Taylor. They go inside, and then it's taken away from Welch by Warner. And a wild pass, and it's going to stay it's going to stay Giants possession as it was tipped out of bounds by the Trojans. 4:32 to go. Newcastle 5, Marion 4. They throw it inside to Betts. He brings it back up top, and he's going to hand it off to Townsend. Townsend being guarded by Welch, and now he throws it back to Betts, who stands out by the half-court line. He crosses over, and they look to throw it to the corner, and Warner goes inside, and a nice move by Lucas Warner, and using that baseline to his advantage. And right now, it looks like they're in a zone of sorts. And the three from up top, splash. Tyson Lewis putting it through in a big way, and that gives them the lead again, 8-6. And then a quick shot by Townsend, no good, recovered. And what a move. Gavin Welch going coast to coast. And now it's 10-6. Nice layup package on that play here. Betts for 3. Up, no good. Recovered by Lewis. Hands it off to Welch on the left side. He goes between his legs. He pulls the long 3. Yes. Gavin Welch. And he sees one goes through the hoop. 13-6. 3:17 to go. And right now the Trojans up by a touchdown. And it's blocked. What a block. What a play. As I don't know if it was Boatwright or Taylor, but one of those guys able to get up and throw out. That was a big, nice play. We have a couple guys coming in here for the Giants. We got number 10, Marion Faust in the game. Also number 23, Amari Rogers. And he goes to the basket. And he misses the layup, but it's recovered by the Giants. The corner 3, no good. Rebounded by Welch. And then a errant pass recovered by the Trojans. And it's sprung up, and it's stolen away from Hinton. And now it's one-on-one. And there's a foul by Gavin Welch as Rogers was headed to the basket. He's going to shoot 2.
That is his second foul. Second team foul. Amar Rogers at the line, shooting 2.
Rogers is a sophomore, and he's going to get a chance here to get some numbers early in this game. And he puts it up, and it hits on the front of the iron and bounces around and in. 13-7 here. Kind of stops a little bit of an offensive drought for this Giants team. Rogers shoots the second one. It's in and out, and then it's recovered by Hinton. Hinton is a very good rebounder at that guard spot, and he hands it off to Taylor. Taylor being guarded by Betts. Betts goes for the steal, and no good. Hinton at the free throw line, and it's blocked by Townsend. Good defense. He throws it up to Betts. Betts hands it back up to Townsend. Hesitation, left side, spin move, up, around, no good. Tipped up by Marion, no good. Tipped up again, no good. And it is, after 3 attempts, the Trojans get the fortuitous bounce that they needed, which was out of bounds. And this Giants team, they are hitting the offensive boards. They're pounding them right now, and that's got to be a little bit of a concern if you're Coach Cox and your staff there. Rogers with the foul as we near the 2-minute mark in the first quarter. Entering the game, Landon Thompson, the sophomore forward for the Trojans. Ball's inbounded to Taylor. Taylor's up top, being guarded by Jackson. They throw it off the boat right. Inside pass, thrown away. And one-on-one. And it is showtime in Newcastle as Marion Faust climbing up the ladder. And the senior brings it to a 13-9 game. The power two-hand slam, and that gave the Giants a little bit of juice there. And now what do we got? Oh, and we got a block. A blocking call on Betts as they are now trapping on the perimeter in half court. So they're forcing them to the sideline, and that was one of those no-man land positions. Maybe a little bit too much contact by Betts. They inbound it to Taylor, who gives it off. And there's a turnover. Recovered by Faust. And he almost loses it. Betts rotates the ball around. Now Jackson is hesitating. He throws it to the corner. Rogers throws it inside. Nice ball movement. And there's an easy two. 13-11. And now it is a 2-point contest here. We near the 1-minute mark of the game. Crossover, corner three, and he's up. And there's a foul on Townsend as he got caught in no man's land. He jumped up and didn't get his first foul call. Bledsoe looks like he's coming in. Bledsoe's going to make his first appearance tonight with 57.4 to go. Hope everybody had a happy Thanksgiving. Count your blessings, enjoy life, never take anything for granted, all right? Under the minute, it's 50 seconds here to go. 13-11, Newcastle with the slim lead here. Taylor runs the offense. He hands it to the baseline. And Butler's into the game now. Clay Butler has entered the game. Hinton is surveying now to steal, and we could have another dunk. And he tried, but it was blocked. Good contest by the Trojans, but they left an easy two, and now the game is tied. I believe that was Rogers, Amar Rogers. Or no, I'm sorry, it looks, that one could have been Bledsoe. And there's a big-time shot by Taylor, hitting the two, 15-13. 5 seconds to go here. Bounce to the basket. The corner three. Yes! It's good! Latusi Jackson with a big-time three, and that gives the Marion Giants their first lead of the night. As we enter the first quarter, Marion 16, Newcastle 15. We'll be back here in a moment. Don't go away. NM Sports coverage.
Tonight, Newcastle High School Student Government is sponsoring a new event at the Varsity Games. Student Government raises money for a foundation near and dear to our hearts. Archie's Promise, the foundation created to support women and families in crisis and grief. Coach Cox and his wife created Archie's Promise after the loss of their son, Archie. Tonight's sponsor for the game is Tingles Salon and Spa. Tingles is located on the corner of Parkview Drive and Bundy. Courtesy of Tingles.
Storied franchise. And special thanks to Boar's Head for their sponsorship. All right, now, after a big-time three by Marion, they have taken the lead 16-15 here as we enter the second quarter. And they're immediately a turnover, a steal by Ethan Hinton. And now the three, no good. It is tipped up, and it's going to go Marion possession as Marion had the ball, and then Hinton with a nice steal as the 6'2" senior guard is a jack-of-all-trades type of guy. He rebounds. He can play the passing lanes. He does a lot of good things well for this team. And now in the game, Bledsoe trying to make some moves. He hands it off to Jackson. Jackson gets into the teeth of the defense, but there's an offensive foul as a nice play by the defense. And the foul, that's his second on Jackson, and that hurts because he just knocked down the three in the corner. So he was playing with a lot of confidence, had really made a couple nice plays, and now he's going to have to sit on the bench for a minute. Oh, nice setup. They go in, and what a move by Gavin Welch. Nice play call as they got Welch on the left block. He was able to pivot and just kind of fake his man out, make one move, and got to the basket. Nice layup by Welch. Gives them the lead, and now a shot, and there's an offensive, and there is an offensive foul on Townsend. And two big charges taken by Welch. And now it preserves their 1-point lead, and now gives them a chance to extend on that here in the second quarter. It's of the Thanksgiving weekend, and really kind of the first to second week kickoff for basketball here, high school basketball. And ball is Taylor's directing the offense. He hands it off, gets it back. He gets into the teeth of the defense. Hands it off to Ethan Hinton, and nice reverse layup. It looked like he was just going to go up. He went on the other side, reversed it in, 19-16. Hinton. And nice shot there. As fouls with another one. 19-18 here, and there's a turnover. As errant pass on there. Betts brings the ball up, and he's being guarded by Butler. And Fouls throws it up to the corner for three. No good. And it's tipped around, and now it's recovered by Butler, and then he loses it. As he was trying to you could see he had an idea, but he couldn't quite hold on to that ball. And Marion, the Giants, will take over. And now we have a foul on Marion. And now it's a 1-point lead with just under 6 to go here. And the score is kind of frozen a little bit here. And Gavin Welch with the basket, 21-18. And Marion moving the ball around. They go inside, and whoa, almost a dunk, but he misses the layup. Bounced, and it's recovered and then stolen away. And the three out the corner, bucket. Gavin Welch. Big time shot by Welch. And Marion rotates the ball around. They get it to the baseline. Fouch has got nowhere to go. He throws it back up top. And a lot of contact on the play, and there's more contact. It looks like Marion's going to get the benefit of the doubt on this series. So got 4:43 to go, and the first one is in and out by Amar Rogers, sophomore. And he shoots the second one, and it's good. Five-point lead right now for the Trojans. Trying to go 2-0 at home here. And Hinton gets the ball and shovels it out for the three. And Colin Taylor, the junior, hits a three from the corner off a nice pass, 27-19. And right back at him is Lucas Warner. As he comes back with the three, and there's a immediate timeout on the floor with 4:17 to go in the second quarter. Newcastle 27, Marion 22. Checking out NM Sports live coverage here on the NM Sports Network.
At this time, At this time, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Boar's Head, Compromise Elsewhere. We would like to thank those guys for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. Without those guys, this game would not be possible. So thank you to Boar's Head, Premier Cheese and Deli Meats. Boar's Head, Compromise Elsewhere.
All right, special. All right, back to the action. 4:15 to go here, 27-22. And now Marion's in a press, and there's a turnover. And he's going to the basket, and an and one opportunity as Amar Rogers able to take the contact and go up and get the finish with 4:04 to go here in the second quarter. And now he has a chance to bring it to a two-point possession. Two-point lead here. Rogers able to get out on the wing, and Ethan Hinton is the one. He took the shot, and he's hurting over there a little bit. Had to come out the gate. Boatwright's back in. The shot's up and good by Rogers. Two-point lead, 27-25, 4:04 to go. And there's an immediate steal by Rogers and stolen right back. And then a push in the back there by Betts. That's one of those fouls you get. And now one of those unfortunate fouls that you get. But it's fortunate for the other team. And so now Betts has his second foul as well, so now coach will have to probably get him out. And the 1-and-1 here, and the shot is up and good by Taylor. Taylor's already hit a three, so he's kind of in his groove. He had a very nice game the last game as well. And He has a chance here to give them a 4-point lead. And he does just that. 29-25 here as we enter the second portion of the second quarter in this non-conference battle here in Newcastle, Indiana. And Fouch able to get anywhere he wants right now. He's got a smooth game, and he's able to use that baseline well, and he jumped up, dropped it in. 29-27, 3:30 to go here. Now Butler being chased around. Welch shoots a long three against Fouch, and it's no good. Recovered by the Giants. Betts on the move, and there's another shot, but then a recovery by Bledsoe. Elijah Bledsoe coming in and cleaning up the trash there on the, and a wide open three, and it's good. Colin Taylor drains the three, and he gives Newcastle a 3-point lead, and we got a timeout with 3:09 to go in the half. Well, it's official. The boy has been, it has been written. We will get a season 2 for SE Live 365 with Fox Dayton and Fox Sports Radio. So there is expansion on the way. What I like to do is get some NM Sports highlights every week. So we'll have to talk to if we can make that happen. But special thanks to Fox Sports Radio, whole squad. Season 2 on the way, man. Got to be thankful out here. Three minutes ago, 32-29. And interesting time right now. End of the half for both teams. If you're Marion, you want to have the lead. If you're Newcastle, wow. And that's a three out the corner by Amar Rogers, and he's caught the vibe, and it's a tie game. And we have a travel by Hinton, and right now the Trojans are on their heels a little bit, and Marion, the Giants here, playing with a little bit more confidence. Rogers looks inside, nothing there. They throw it back out top, and Newcastle has expanded their defense. And there's an easy 2 after moving the ball around, and now the Giants with the lead, 34-32. Welch with the ball, and he's being guarded by Fouch, and Fouch is taking on the task of playing Welch hard, not giving him anything, and he's going to have to work. 34-32, 2:11 to go, second quarter. And trying to inbound it, a bounce pass into Welch. Welch, left side, pulls up, that's nice, but it's short, and it's rebounded by the Giants. And Coach Blackman barks out the instructions for the Giants. They rotate it for three, and what do you know? Amar Rogers has gotten hotter than a firecracker out here, and he is on one, 37-32. And ever since that and-one opportunity, he's hit 2 more threes, and it's really shifted the momentum of the game here. And right now the pressure is extended by the Giants, and they are close to getting a turnover, but they were even closer to getting a foul. And Rogers gets his second foul, and he's been a firecracker off the bench, providing a huge offensive boost. Now Taylor will get a chance to put out the fire here. And he can, as this But the question is, and it's off of Newcastle, and it's going to be Marion possession. The Giants have kind of seized the momentum here and turned the deficit into a quick lead. Rogers will come out the game, and I believe Bledsoe comes back in. If you're Coach Cox, it's going to be a halftime speech, not going to be happy. And 1:15 to go here. Betts being guarded by Butler, and he hands it off to Fouch. And looked like there was right now everything is going the Giants' way. A nice pass inside to get an easy 2, 39-32. Wide open 3, no good. And there's a foul by Tyson Lewis here. And 54 seconds left, 39-32. As we are entering the halftime portion of the game, and it has been a big momentum swing in the last 4 minutes of this half here. Betts being guarded closely by Clay Butler, the 5'9" junior. Hands it off to Bledsoe. Pulls up, and mid-range is good. Marquez Bledsoe. A nice pull-up, 41-32, and right now and coaches saying push up, and now they're pressuring. But it's more of it's like a 2-1-2 press, and I think it's more to just see if they can rattle them. And a nice move inside by Tyson Lewis. 7-point lead. The half quarter, no good. And with that, ends the first half. Blistering second quarter by Marion gives them a 41-34 lead over the home Newcastle Trojans. And when you look at both of these teams, Newcastle had a lead for most of the half, and then in the last 4 minutes of the second quarter, Marion went on a tremendous run to take control of the half. And they sit with a 41-34 advantage here as we will get ready, take a break here and get ready for the second half. Go to mynmsports.com/network if you'd like to watch the first half. In the meantime, we'll be right back.
Since 1905, Boar's Head brand has been a family business. In the beginning, our founder, Frank Brunkhorst, had a very simple idea. Make the finest delicatessen products possible, nothing less. 5 generations later, we still insist on the same unwavering commitment to those standards we established long ago. Standards mostly abandoned in a mass-produced world. At Boar's Head, we are relentless about quality. If a product does not live up to our exacting standards, it does not carry the Boar's Head name. Simple as that. Our products are made of only the finest ingredients. Whole muscle beef, pork, and poultry. Meticulously handcrafted and hand-trimmed, with real spices sourced from around the globe. We know there are easier, faster, even cheaper ways to make our products. But cutting corners doesn't cut it for us. From Boar's Head turkey and hams to chicken and beef to our array of artisan cheeses and old world specialties, hummus, condiments, and so much more, you can count on Boar's Head for products made with exceptional care. And because freshness is the hallmark of a great delicatessen, Boar's Head has hundreds of local purveyors across America to guarantee the highest level of service in the industry. Each local purveyor ensures every product you receive is delivered with great care and no compromises. At a time when the quality of food has come into question more than ever, you can trust there is never a question of our commitment to quality above all else. It's a promise we've made for 5 generations, and it's a promise we'll continue to make. Boar's Head. Compromise elsewhere.
And tonight's winner is Hudson White. Hudson, head up to where you bought your duck to claim your prize.
A complete meal in seconds. Keep it going for hours. It's made with over 70 plant-based superfoods and nutrients, giving you all your essentials in one delicious meal. Cheers! Just water and teaspoons and let them go. Putting you in control of your nutrition. Fuel your body enough. Only the highest quality plant-based ingredients. Made for health-conscious people who know. It's a simple change in your daily routine to kickstart a healthier way of life. It's amazing what you can do when you eat healthy and feel your best. Join thousands of happy customers using Kachava to achieve their health goals. It all starts with changing what you put into your food.
If we go ahead and look at the actual stats for Gavin Welch here tonight, he's got around he's got 12 points on the evening, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, shooting 55% from the field. Shooting 55% from the field. If you go and look at the rest of the team, Newcastle as a whole shooting 52% from the field, 11 for 22, 66% from, or 41% from 3, 5 for 12. They need to play better defense though, as transition defense is a problem for them as a whole, as they're giving up 51% on shooting and 59% from 2-point range. Offensive rebounds is a key, as they have 4 at 12 rebounds period, 8 assists, as they can give the ball up and dish it, as you see here in the first half.
All right. Thank you to A. Patton on the halftime stats, brought to you by Boar's Head. And as we get ready for third quarter here, and after a big spurt by the Giants, they now hold a 41-34 lead entering the third quarter. What happens here in the third quarter? Newcastle controlled the first quarter and portion of the second, and then it was completely taken over by Marion. Starters from the beginning of the game still the same. The shot's up and it's no good. Tyson Lewis takes a 3. It's up and no good here, and it's Marion takes it out. Betts brings it down, and now looks like the Trojans are in a zone of sorts. Oh, what a pass. And that was a beautiful pass there by Jackson. The cutting Bledsoe, and he's able to finish it here. 43-34, 9-point lead. Right now, the Trojans, this is the biggest deficit they've had all season. See what they can do with it. Need to get Welch in a position to score, in a position to play. What a shot. Hinton able to get to his spot. Nice bank. The bank's open on Saturdays for Ethan Hinton, and that cuts it to a 7-point lead right now. Betts throws it to the free throw line, and Townsend able to finish off the floater, and it's a 45-36 lead, and right now, this Giants team, they're in a rhythm. And there is a steal by Betts. And that was great defense by Hinton, able to cause the miss without fouling. And Hinton gets it up, he passes it to Taylor, and right now the Giants are applying a little bit more pressure. And Newcastle's got to figure out a way to deal with that. They hand the ball off. Taylor, who goes to Boatwright. Boatwright with a beautiful flip shot after taking it to the basket, extending his right arm and finishing it. cut it to a 45-38 lead. 7-point deficit now for the Trojans. They go back to man-to-man. They go inside, and that's good defense. Bledsoe missed the easy one, and it's recovered by the Trojans. And now here's Welch. Takes the screen, comes back off of it. He pulls up, and it's short. And the ball is thrown up, and that's way too far. As he had him for a minute, but by the time Warner released the ball, Gavin Welch had made up that distance, and it was a errant pass. Gives the Trojans the ball back with 5:15 to go here, third quarter. And almost a turnover, and then Hinton takes it inside, rotated outside the boat right to the basket, blocked. Now Betts one-on-one with Collins, and well, we have a charge. Colin Taylor able to get his body, took the charge, and Betts is going to be called for the third foul, and he's not happy with the call. That was a big play by Taylor. He was able to get his feet set, and you know, it's a bang-bang play. Got himself in position, big play for the Trojans. The three, no, faked it inside, Boatwright back out top for three. No good, rebounded, and it's stolen away. Oh, and we have a foul by Tyson Lewis, as it looked like Lewis had gotten the ball. And that one is tough. That's a tough one to take there for the home team. 45-38, first foul. This hasn't been a big, well-played game here. 4:30 to go. Fouch gives it up to Betts. Betts cross-countries it to Warner for three, and he hits another one. Lucas Warner, the sophomore, standing about 6'4", 6'5", hits another three, 48-38. Biggest deficit of the night for the Trojans. Now they rotate the ball back up top. And Welch has got to find a way to get off here. And that's a tough call right there. And I don't know about that one. That was a tough call for Newcastle, as it looked like. I don't know if there was a lot of contact on that play, but merited, but they felt like it did, and now we have a travel.
Checking in for Marion, number 23.
If you're Newcastle, if you're Coach Koch, you just got to relax your team, and you have to figure out a way to get Welch going, because right now, Fouch is not on him right now. He's coming back into the game, but Townsend and Fouch have been the two guys designated to guarding Welch, and they've been able to, although he had 12 in the first half, he hasn't had quite the effect here in the third quarter. So I have to figure out a way to get him to the line, or just get a couple open shots, and that's a foul right there. As jumped over his Jamin Townsend. Townsend tipped it over his back, but it was too much contact, and that's his third foul. So now it can get a little interesting. And Hinton, and foul, another foul. Ouch with his second.
Jadion Smith checking in for the Giants.
Townsend comes out, and Smith comes in. Jadion Smith, the sophomore. This team is loaded with underclassmen here. And there's an easy backdoor shot for Gavin Welch, and able to catch the defense slipping, 48-40. When you look at this team right here, and this guy's been hot, and he misses that one, but it's rebounded and then taken away. What a steal by Lewis. Took it right away from Rogers. The pull up by Welch. No good. And it's rebounded by Warner. And, well, they're waiting for Welch to hit one. Maybe ignite the crowd. And there's a nice move. Jackson has had a very good game tonight. Done a lot of things well for this Giants team. Hinton hands it off to Boatwright. Boatwright. Welch up top. No. Can't find the range here. And there's a floater up and then it's rebounded. Fouch shot the floater, got his own rebound and put it up and good. 52 to 40, 2:20 to go. And now Welch to the basket. And there's a foul on the play. Or as Rogers didn't think he did.
Foul on number 23, Amar Rogers. That is his third. Fourth on the Giants. Gavin Welch to the line, shooting two.
And Welch is going to have to get into his bag a little bit if this Trojan team wants to win this game tonight. He hits the first one, and in this next 2:19, if you are the Trojans, you just want to get it under 10 now. You just want to kind of get back into the 6 to 8 point range, you know, maybe heading into the last quarter, because right now, this feels like they're in cruise mode. Strong move by Fouch, and he has had a good first half, and he's continuing it in the second half. And it's a 54 to 42 lead for this Marion Giants team, and we got a timeout on the floor by Newcastle as their Coach Cox is going to try to regroup here. 2:10 to go. Special thanks to Boar's Head for partnering with us to run the boys and the girls season. And we got a nice crowd here this Thanksgiving weekend. Get ready to dig into our pockets. Spend all this money on Christmas. Y'all know what time it is. So that they can tear it up, and then next thing you know, it's, oh, you got some gifts to give, boy. Yeah, you do. Toys to get. All right, this Giants team, they ever since the second quarter, they've been dominant in this game. So if you're Newcastle, you need to shift. Got to change the momentum, and you have to make it a little bit tougher for Fouch because he has found his rhythm and keep a hand in Rogers' face. But Warner's gotten hot as well, so it'll be interesting to see how this plays out the last 10 minutes or so of this game. Hinton throws it to Butler, who hands it off to Welch. Welch takes the screen, pulls up, and there it is. Gavin Welch saw the screen, able to pull up, and that's a big timeout. Coming out of a timeout to get that three for Welch. Cuts it to a 9-point lead. And the defense forces the Giants to throw it out, and it's Betts to the basket. The wide open three by Rogers. No good. Tipped around. Recovered by Betts. What? Long range. Oh. Amar Rogers. From deep. That was, if you can do it, I can do it. Oh, and they're going to get Landon Thompson for a illegal screen, and I don't know about that. You know what I mean? 57-45. I didn't see that. That was, regardless, here we go. Fouch fakes, between the legs. Nice move. No good. But he gets his own rebound. And he is going off. Marion Fouts, the senior forward, has found his life in this second quarter, and he has not let up right now, and trying to extend the lead to 60 to 45 here. Newcastle, you still got plenty of time. You just have to find a way to get this to near a 10-point ball game. Misses the free throw. Nice play by Welch, as that could have been maybe a foul, as he looked like he got pushed. Warner's a big boy, so nice play by the Trojans. And if you're Cox, you want to get a 2-for-1 here. 2 good baskets for 1 possession here. We'll see if they can do that. And Hinton throws it to Welch. And Welch was cutting to the basket, not able to hold on, and now it's turnover as the Giants now maybe hold for 1. Rogers. Warren Rogers, man, he's
Number 21, Landon Thompson. That is his 4th, 5th on the Trojans.
the kid is he's got some juice.
Shooting 2.
Once he hit that and 1 opportunity in that second quarter, he hasn't looked back. This is the first one. Now, if you're Newcastle, you haven't hit a 3. I mean, Welch has kind of provided a lot of the lifting here, but got to find a way to make a run here, as now it's 60 to 45 with 29.2. And there's it. There was just a bad pass by Welch, as
Number 22, Gavin Welch. That is his 3rd, 6th on the Trojans. Amar Rogers in the line, shooting 2.
seeing the pressure coming, but not able to adjust to that, as Rogers misses another one. For the Trojans, you need a good shot here. They're going to press a little bit. That's what they've been doing a lot of. Rogers hits the second one. And Welch to the basket. Oh, and what a shot. That was a nice move. Acrobatic play by Welch. And they absolutely needed that. Hit this one, it'll cut it to a 13-point advantage for the Giants. Now it's 61-48 with 11.3 to go here.
Checking in for Marion, number 2, Jamin Townsend.
Seconds to go, and now Newcastle's in a little bit of a zone. They go inside and able to get the buzzer beater, as the putback is good for Marion, and now it is a 63 to 48 advantage.
Haley Eaton, Cashlyn Gray, Sydney Ham, Haley Helsley, Carly Howe, Candy Hudson, Savannah Logan, Mackenzie Lohorn, Emma Malico, Cassie Martin, Peyton Massengale, Maria Bell, Elaine Moffitt, Sophia Thurman, and Skylar Youngquist.
All right, we get ready for the fourth quarter here. 63 to 48. Marion Giants with the advantage. They have the ball as well as Betts sets it up. And a team effort for this Giants team. Corner shot, no. Rogers goes inside, bad shot, and if you're Newcastle, you can get back in the game. You just got to take your time and make shots. Wide open three. There's one. Ethan Hinton hits a big three, and now it cuts it to a 12-point lead, 63 to 51. Townsend throws it to the corner. Who throws it up top? Fouls for three. And he bangs another one, and he is on. He's feeling good. And there's an easy two as a little bit of interesting reason. You know, if they continue to press, and that gives an easy basket for. And long shot, no good. Here we go. Hinton to the basket. He's going. A turnover. And there. Oh, and an easy two, but Rogers smokes it. And we got a foul call. A silly foul by Marion fouls, and now the next one, and they'll be shooting. So game's far from over, but you need to see some type of spark from the home team here. They continue to press, which will give you a chance, and here you go. As we near the 6-minute mark in the fourth quarter here. And there's a nice move. Power move. Colin Taylor took it to the basket and took his time. He went up, took the contact, and now they have a chance to cut it to a 10-point lead. Taylor makes a few dribbles, he puts it up, and it's flashed through the nets. 66-56, 10-point lead. Then a pass all the way up, and nice interior pass by Fouch. Sets up Jackson for the free throw opportunity here. That'll stop the little momentum that Newcastle had here. See if Jackson can knock these down. He's had a very good game as well. He's a sophomore. And this team has the chance in the next year or so to be very tough. They go 6'3", 6'4", 6'6". These guys are all coming back except for Fouch, who's a senior. Second one's good, and now it's a 12-point lead. They continue to press. And there's a ball's gotten over. I guess Coach Blackman wants to keep up the intensity defensive-wise, even with the lead. And there was a bad shot right there, and it's recovered. And then another bad pass. Bad pass by Jackson. Off the tough shot by Hinton as he tried to go reverse one time too many there. 5:40 to go. 12-point lead. Throw it in to Welch. He throws it right back. And now it's a 2-on-1. Nice bounce pass. Easy two. And if you're aggressive in attacking and press, that's what will happen. 10-point lead. 5:20 to go here, fourth quarter. Betts hands it off to Townsend. Townsend crosses over. Betts, the long three. In and out. Recovered. And there it is. This guy has been clutch. Latusi Jackson hits another one. And now they break the press. Fakes the three. Wide open. Yes. Colin Taylor hits the three, 70-61, 4:50 to go. And that looked like that could have been an offensive foul. And the ball's up. Welch, he's going up for the dunk. And we have a foul. Oh. Welch attacking the basket and was fouled by Marion from behind. And this Trojans team looks like they could be trying to make a comeback. And Welch is up and it's good. Clutch players come up in clutch times, and I have a feeling that Welch is gonna see him make some moves here in this last 440. They need him. Stands 6'6". He hits that one, and now it's a 7-point lead, 4:40 to go. Closest they've been in a while. Coach Cox he's got his clapping his hands, like, let's go, give me some defense here. They go inside. Townsend, wow, strong interior move. As strong move by Townsend, 9-point lead. Hinton to the basket, and that's good. And now they've slowed their game down a little bit, and they're getting baskets. They're completing the plays. And that is a charge. As that was a good defensive play there, good call by the official. And Townsend gets his fourth foul, and that's something to watch there because he just scored down low. That was a good call there. And under 4 minutes to go. As Taylor hands it off to Welch. And what a move. Tyson Lewis with an acrobatic move going right at Townsend. And now it's a 5-point lead. Townsend to the basket. He misses the layup, but he gets the tip, puts it right back. And Jamin Townsend standing 6'6". Once he gets to that rim, it's hard to stop him. And there's a foul as he tried to go for the steal. And he's upset at the call. Donovan Betts is the Davian Betts. But you literally reached around his back. That was an easy call for the officials. That was an easy call, so I don't know about that one, Mr. Betts. But you're having a very good game nevertheless. All right, 3:21 to go. Chance to cut it to 6? No. And it's 10 team fouls, so it's 2. I think everybody was unsure about that. Even Hinton himself as he's like, But get a chance to cut it to a 2-possession game here. And he does just that. And now, that's all you can ask for after being down 15 points. Cut it to 6. 3 minutes to go here. Betts picks up the ball and hands it off to Smith. Smith back to Betts. And back to Smith. They go to the corner. Warner for 3. It's up. Rebounded by Tyson Lewis. And he hands it off to Hinton. Hinton is being guarded. And now he's going to play without hands. Do that type of stuff. Put him on the post. And interesting, Coach Cox wants a timeout as the double team starting to come. 74-68, 2:38 to go here in this non-conference game between Newcastle and Marion. Been a very entertaining game, to say the least. And if you're Newcastle, you have a chance here. You don't have to shoot threes. You just have to continue to move the defense and get the shots that you want. At the end of the first half and in the third quarter, it felt like they weren't going up strong enough. They weren't planting their feet, but they started to kind of get their feet under them. They've hit a couple threes, and now they've been able to scratch and claw. They've been able to claw their way back into this game here. And now with such guys as Welch and Hinton, Taylor, you got a chance to not only get in the game, you got a chance to win it. Welch fakes. And right now, Hinton up top, goes to the basket. Wide open three for Clay Butler, no good. Rebounded by Townsend. For three, no good. And it is recovered. And it is still on the ground. And looked like it was off of Warner. Nevertheless, it's going to be Marion possession, the Giants ball, and we got a timeout by the Giants on the floor. 2:12 to go, 74-68, Marion. We will return here in a brief moment.
In the lanes that we wanted to be in right now. We have a couple schools who've tapped into our tracksuits. We are now geared towards tackling the podcast and the content, keeping videos more consistent and on all of our social media platforms. So going forward, we want to tap into our podcast. You know, right now we have mapped out our series, our topics, the guests that we want on our podcast, strategically picking them so that conversation is able to be branched out and reach to others so that they can relate, staying consistent with our schools. We want to pinpoint get all Dayton public schools. I've said that before, I'm going to say it now. Every Dayton public school in Dayton, Ohio, we want them repping our brand athletically. We've had a lot of people who in this time still have showed a lot of support. Like I said, we wanted to get basketball teams in our tracksuits. We definitely want to give a special shout out to Coach Dwayne Chastain, who's the head varsity coach at Meadowdale High School, and also Coach Tony Dixon, who's the head varsity coach at Dunbar. Those two guys been knowing me a while, and with Expressive growing, they were the first two coaches to support. They don't know how much that was important for us in our jump start and just in us believing in our brand. Where we want to go, we want to keep in mind why we got started. The youth initially is why we wanted to get this thing going. We look at the youth as our second chance. MGE is the foundation of Expressive. So elevate your mind, chase your goals, and evolve to be whatever that is that you want to be. All right, so Expressive is a movement. We want this thing to be able to move into as many different lanes as it can with a purpose so that everybody can grow with it and feel a part of it. Up until this point, we've had a lot of different successes, but we've had a lot of different challenges too. There's a lot of different things out there that can sometimes defer you from your track or your lane. You just want to stay consistent. You want to stay consistent, and you always want to remember why you got started with something. In doing that, just try to be better than you were yesterday.
Okay, we're back here at the Newcastle and Marion game, and right now we have a cheerleader, and we're just praying that everything is okay. Took a fall, and you don't understand how. much effort and dedication and work that these girls do. And, you know, we're just praying for her. And she's walking off, so she must be a trooper because she took a very bad spill there. So thank God that she was able to walk off, and hopefully she can get the care that she needs from the medical staff. And sometimes we don't show the appreciation to the cheerleaders because they are athletes as well, and they work very hard, man. They work very hard to come out and do their thing and make these games look good. So prayers to her and her and the cheerleading network. And there's a big three by the Giants out the corner as Warner hits another one. And then right back is Hinton with a layup for Ethan Hinton, and it's 77-70 under the 2-minute mark here. Townsend being guarded by Welch to the basket. And he passes it to Jackson, who gives it off to Betts. And we have a foul by Butler.
Foul on number 4, Clay Butler. That is his first. Team's 8. Donovan Betts in the line, shooting 1 and 1.
Davian Betts is going to shoot 1 and 1 here. This is where it gets interesting, and he misses the first one, but he gets the rebound, and that was a tremendous rebound by Jamin Townsend. Just a tremendous rebound.
Foul on number 3, Tyson Lewis. That is his third and 9th on the Trojans.
Townsend, only a sophomore.
Donovan Betts in the line.
There's no question he's one of the better sophomores in the state. And this is the team to watch out, for sure. Misses another free throw, and then it's rebounded by the Trojans. So 2 missed 1-and-1s, and there's Betts. And he threw it up out of there, but they called the foul, which is interesting because it didn't. I don't know about that, but Betts is going to get a chance to shoot 2 more. He's missed the last 2 1-and-1s. So right now, if he can't hit these free throws, you might have something in the pot if you're Newcastle. He hits the first one of his 2-shot opportunity. Pushes it to a 78-70 lead, and calms down the Giants fans, coaching staff. Misses the second one. And we have a foul out of bounds off of the Giants. It's going to go Trojans possession. 1:15 to go, 8-point lead. And ball is inbounded to Taylor. Taylor got to find something here quickly. Hands it off to Butler. Butler hands it to Lewis. Lewis pulls a deep 3. No good. And the offensive rebound, no good, as well as good defense by Townsend. And now under a minute to go, and you probably got a foul. If not, and we have a timeout before tie up there. So with 47.4, the Giants are going to talk it over as they hold a 78-70 lead here in the largest field house in the world in Newcastle, Indiana. Well, we'll try to get hopefully we'll try to get an update on the cheerleader that was injured, but hopefully she's okay. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, whether you're listening, whether you're watching, or you're doing both, for the live telecast here. If you'd like to watch it in its entirety in replay, go to www.mynmsports.com/network. One more time, special thanks to Boar's Head as our power sponsor for this contest tonight. Without Boar's Head, we will not be able to have the live telecast and bring you this amazing contest that we've had tonight. If you'd like to go back and watch one of your favorite players play, go to mynmsports.com/network. One more time. Betts is going to take the ball out, and it's thrown into Rogers, given back to Betts. 40 seconds to go, and they're going to foul Betts one more time. He'll shoot 2 free throws, and when Newcastle looks back at the film of this game, it'll be very simple. In the middle portion of the game, they just did not play with enough intensity, and they gave up too many layups, too many easy baskets, and that spells doom. From the goal, the Giants hit the offensive board, so they were an aggressive play all night, but it was the aggressiveness in the middle stages which really got them going. Welch, the long three, no good, and then it's tipped around, and Rogers gets it up to Jackson, who gets it up to Betts, who throws it behind the back. Jackson recovers it, and he's going to shoot some free throws. And Latusi Jackson has had himself a night as well as the sophomore guard, sophomore wing player. He's done a lot for this team, and they have some weapons. No question about it. For the Trojans, it's a tough loss to take, but I think that Coach Cox he'll get these boys rounded back up. I think they know they lost to a very good team tonight, and might hear about this team in the future. So Jackson hits the first one, 81-70 here, 25.4 to go. This is the second one, rebounded by Welch. Betts on the backside, 3, no good. And it's recovered by Warner. And then there's a scramble by Welch and Warner, and it's what do we got? They called a foul on that. Did he really? And that means that the Giants will walk and shoot 2 more. As it'll be Lukias Warner, the sophomore forward. He can shoot the rock, man. A very young team, but they got a lot of talent. Warner misses the first one. With 14.4. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out, checking it out. This is the second one as well, rebounded by Lewis. And it's turned over, and that's going to wrap it up here for the field house. We'll just turn it over. And Betts is going to hold it, and that'll be the end of the game here as the Marion Giants come into the field house in Newcastle and get a hard-earned win by the score of 81-70. And it was a battle for both teams here. But in the second and third quarter, Marion able to dictate the tempo, and the size and their ability to go inside was just too much. And as you can see, they celebrate here on the Trojans' home court. And with the loss, the Trojans fall to 1-1 here, and they get ready for their next game. It was a balanced effort when it comes to the Marion Giants, as Lukias Warner Jamin Townsend, Marion Fowles, and Latusi Jackson really did the heavy lifting. And when Amar Rogers got hot, that Giants team went to another level. When it involves the Trojans tonight, it was Taylor with 16 points. Colin Taylor on 5 of 9 shooting. It was Tyson Lewis with 16 on 7 of 11 shooting. And then Gavin Welch with 24 points in a losing effort. 24 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. He had a very good night, but he wasn't able to lead his team against a very talented Giants team here in Newcastle, right? With that being said, I'd like to say thanks to everybody who locked in with us one more time. And special thanks to the team. Special thanks to Boar's Head for being the power sponsor of the show tonight. And we hope to catch you at the next live telecast for NM Sports coverage. All right, go to mynmsports.com/network if you would like to watch this game in its entirety once again. Final score here from the field house, 81-70, as Marion gets the road win over the home Newcastle Trojans. I'm Deion Cash, and signing off here with the NM Sports Network.